What's going on? My name's Chris, of course, the host of Build Your Empire. I'm with my Biffy, the other host.
Frank G, baby.
Haha, Frank G. What's going on? How's your day on New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve, man. The last day of 2019. It's been excellent.
It's been one hell of a year, man.
Yes.
One hell of a year.
Yes, it has.
I've been strategically planning for 2020, probably for about 6 months now. I mean, have you been aware of that?
Yeah, man. I mean, new year, new goals. Trying to level up all the time.
But, like, first off, on social media, everybody is eager and excited about 2020 for these new goals, new ambitions, new drive. How many are actually going to execute?
Well, I mean, I would say the easiest place to notice this is, like, the people that kind of want to be more active. January 4th.
Fitness?
Yeah, fitness. The gym all of a sudden spikes.
Yeah, that's where the gym makes all their money.
Yeah, and then they just fall off kind of like that 24-day and 25-day into the new year. But, you know, social media is kind of all a bunch of hype sometimes.
It's all hype. Yeah. It's all fake. I mean, it's unfortunate, but more so Instagram. Each social platform has like a different native, and a native is like a home, which expresses different types of feelings. And Instagram is, I'm the shit, watch me. Meanwhile, they're sad as hell.
Yeah, because they're portraying the best pictures of them, the best, acting. You're not posting the sad things about your life, apparently.
But do you know what the irony is?
On Instagram?
The irony in general of having that type of insecurity and posting that type of content is that the ones who are most authentic and genuine in which posts, the negatives, the emotional, you break up with your girl and you cry and you put it up there.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that will win.
Yeah. Not even sales, but interesting.
It's what's going to win. Yeah. It's what's going to generate that fandom and get people to listen to you and even, reach back and comment.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Everybody wants to be the man or woman, but they don't really want to do anything or have no strategy.
Well, you know what I mean? Something with what you just said about, painting your pictures of failure. I think personally that makes for a better story anyway. I'd rather sit at a table with a man that tells me all about what failed and what he's going to keep trying to do instead of someone who's just feeding me all these things that he's positively going to do.
Well, I think that's why our mindset is vastly different than the typical people we hang out with, or just the typical Staten Islanders. Of course, we live in Staten Island. I mean, ultimately, us doing this, creating this podcast, being consistent with it annually for 2020, that's a goal of ours, right?
Yes, sir.
Not many people are going to do that.
Not everyone's going to put in that consistent work, man.
But you know what's hilarious is if you talk to a bunch of people, they all want to.
They all have like that goal or a goal.
People, I'd be so good in a podcast, but it's a lot of work. First of all, and for the listeners listening, I'm gonna eventually show you how to get up and running, and we're gonna provide you the knowledge and the value in order to do all of this yourself. It's so simple, but we figured since it's New Year's Eve and I just poured some Ciroc for me and my boy Frank G here. We're going to sip and talk a little bit. We're going to talk about our goals. I have, main goals and key focuses. I don't know if you thought about that one.
I mean, I have goals that before even coming onto this episode too. So, yeah, we'll mention that. Absolutely.
I mean, and I think it's safe to say that one of these goals is to get this podcast up and running.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I told you that it is totally plausible to walk into a bar and have 30% of the bar know our name all because of this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, we're reaching out. We're in Staten Island, so
I think it's going to go down. So my main goal is to get 5,000 listeners within 1 year, 2020.
Okay.
5,000, build your empire. We're going to build our empire. We're going to show you how to build your empire by looking a more in-depth look at other people's empires.
Absolutely.
So 5,000 listeners. I'm waiting right now to, of course, get featured on Spotify, iTunes, Google, iHeartRadio, Anchor, everywhere, Stitcher, everywhere podcast hosts. We're going to be on it. Yeah, man. We're gonna kill it.
Yeah. I mean, I would say if we're talking about this specific project we're working on, my goal is, of course, I agree, 5K listeners, but this is to shoot 2-3 times a week. Attempt to make it better every time we do it. New ideas, consistency.
I love to hear that. I mean, ultimately, the 5K listeners is not going to happen without that back end work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, us being here on New Year's Eve and even trying to figure out the microphones, the equipment, trying to make things easier for us, that's going to get better over time. And people are not going to listen to us right now, but I'm telling you, they're gonna listen.
They'll come back if they're here now.
Oh, they're coming back. They're coming back. So yeah, 5K listeners, we got to get this podcast up and running. We got to do more artwork, creative artwork. We got to market. I'm not worried about that. Outside of this, you tell me what's one of your goals?
A main goal? So I mean, I've had one for a while, and I've kind of dabbled into the possibility of starting it and haven't really yet.
Before, let's cheer. Let's cheers. Let's hear the clank in the mic. Yes, all right.
2020.
Yeah, I'm a Ciroc boy. I hope they sponsor me. I told you that last week. That's one of my goals, but not 2020 goals.
Yeah, could be a little bit further down the line, right? All right, still a goal though.
So I'm curious. You were hyping this one up a little bit. Yeah.
So I've been interested for a while in kind of getting into real estate. I want to get that license going. I kind of want to jump into that field, and I know it's a grind. I know it's not easy, but it's certainly easy to get your license and just kind of start going. But I want to use that as potentially another way of income or another way to build my knowledge.
So that is super interesting. Obviously, we talk all the time off the record. You've noticed that my mind's been going there a lot lately.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you. To get your real estate license is it's a great move. I don't think it's too difficult. You take a course, you get the license. The problem is it's a sales job.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, you're jumping into a field I don't know too much the ins and outs yet.
I don't think that would take you long to learn. I think it's the prospecting that is the challenge. So for one, we're both 28 years old. I think that is an opportune time because in the next 5 years is when our peers are going to start buying.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is when you cash in because you're going to have word of mouth there and you're the guy. The problem is you're going to be the guy, but you're a middleman, right? You're the broker.
Yeah.
To sell the house or condo, whatever it is, you need to work for a company.
Yeah.
You can't just go to a company and be like, "Hey, I'm going to do this part-time." You have to work with them. So I thought about it too, and it's tricky.
Because we have full-time jobs currently.
Yeah. So for me, when I think real estate, I'm thinking about putting a bunch of I'm thinking investing. Yeah. I'm thinking mogul type shit. Buying property, renting it out, seeing the long-term investment. My buddy from work, he was a mortgage broker. I learned a lot from him. I think it's Wyndham, Miami right now. Dude.
The spot.
Yeah. LeBron James just opened up a store there. You can buy a beachfront condo for about $185K, 2 bedrooms. I'm looking at this. I wish you would come in with me and
I've never even heard of something like that. To be honest,
it's up and coming. It's one of the most up and coming spots in the U.S. right now, bro.
Clearly, something I should be looking at. This is my goal too.
I look a lot into it, man. So I'm playing chess right now while everyone seems to be playing checkers. I'm fortunate. We're both fortunate in our bringing up. But yeah, man, real estate is the game. Yeah. Shortly.
I mean,
you should get that. I've
wanted to for a while.
I may get that with you, pal.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's become real estate brokers.
If we're doing this together, man, we might as well start another journey somewhere else together.
Build your empire. We're here, real estate brokers. Nah, I like that goal. All right, so let's go back to me real quick, because I have a whiteboard. I strongly advise anyone listening and also you to go get a whiteboard.
Yeah, I just have a notebook, but whiteboard's something you stare at all day.
You put it on your wall, man. You just write shit down. It's kind of cool. I have my main goals. Dude, I need that blue tick, bro.
Blue tick.
I need to be verified on digital platforms. Now, with that blue tick comes my other goals. Get me the blue tick, because how do you get the blue tick on like Instagram? You need press releases, and you need to be on Google SEO. Like you need to be
more
somebody,
out there, kind of.
Yeah, you need known. Yeah, like you need to have an influence.
Yeah.
Did you see my article come out the other day?
I did, yeah.
So it's actually funny. I had 3 press releases in 2020 I was aiming for, and 3 keynote speeches in front of like an audience.
Mm-hmm.
I already kind of did 2. Do you count those for the 2020 goals? Because I am.
I mean, of course. Why would you not?
Because it's not 2020.
Yeah, but I'll say your 2020 goals shouldn't be starting January 1st, 2020. Your 2020 goals should have been started a week.
I've been prepping, dude. I've been prepping for these for the PR release, for the keynotes. I was sending out emails in June and August to people in New Orleans, California, and I told you, where's Universal? Orlando.
Oh, yeah, Florida. Yeah.
January 9th. I was emailing the guy to go January 9th to go give a keynote.
Mm-hmm.
After like 5 follow-ups, I ended up booking a trip to Costa Rica with my boy Frank J.
Yeah, we will be gone soon.
So we are going to Costa Rica like next week.
Yes.
So
that's big.
Yeah. But I've been prepping for these goals, and then I just gave a talk in front of about 60 sales guys. So I count that as
you answered your own question right there. Then you've been prepping, but this isn't really in action until 2020. But you've been prepping for months.
Oh yeah. But I was like, it's not 2020. Do I account one of those? I would say yeah.
Absolutely.
And then that PR release, which I was super thankful. I think that's 1 too, and that's kind of cool.
That was awesome.
Did you? That was kind of cool.
Yeah, of course I read it.
Yeah,
I'm here with you. Of course I read it.
Yeah, I mentioned Build Your Empire there, right
great.
here.
That was great, man.
It's so funny too, man. So I'm gonna give the backstory on this real quick, and I don't know if you know it.
Let's hear it.
This, my buddy John Medina, he's the one who released the PR on me, Disrupt magazine. We tried doing something a couple months ago, and he wanted like $400 to $600 for that magazine article.
Okay, I don't know the.
And I'm learning
the
market as well, but I know PR is important because it gives you somewhat leverage. It gives you leverage, but I'm not paying that, and I just know something's up. So after talking to him, and for the listeners, and we'll get into it, me and Frank are salesmen. I like to think as myself as a real elite salesman. So I figured out that it cost him $50 to publish articles.
Okay.
But he's charging me $6.
Well, what's the back work on it?
I don't know what he does. I don't know. He's got to have the connection to the magazines and whatnot. Yeah. So I don't know.
So essentially, maybe you're paying for the connection, the middleman connection.
You're paying for the name, the article. You're paying for all that. The person writing the article. But as you know, I have over $100,000 on it, or 100,000 followers on Instagram, and I can build an audience on Instagram because I have a network of over 1 million people. Mm-hmm. I have influencers who have hundreds of thousands of followers, so I can plug in a name and then siphon the attention to get people's followers, right?
Yeah, it's all a network, yeah.
So I made a barter with this kid. Mm-hmm. He had a client who did a PR stint with. Okay. He wrote an article for someone else. He reached out to me and was like, hey, Chris, could you give him 1,000 plus or so followers? Okay. So he's doing something kind of
value for value.
Yes, it's a barter, a trade for trade. But what he's doing is a little sneaky because he's putting out the article, syncing it up with what I do. So the client of his thinks the article is what.
So he's a salesman too.
Well, this is what's so funny, and this is why I wanted to tell the story. So I do business all the time with everyone, whoever wants to do business over the internet, right?
Yes, sir.
He asks me after he publishes the article, he goes, hey, do you do business with people over Instagram? I responded, we just did business.
Yeah.
He goes, do you do business with anyone else besides me? My response was, I had to do business with someone to
get
even
to
do
you.
business with you.
Yeah, yeah.
And
interesting. I just had to think that.
Well, he was asking. I knew what he was asking. He was asking me if I do big money business.
Okay.
But he wasn't being direct, so I wasn't answering the question that he wanted.
Yeah.
Because I was being a smart ass, and it's obvious, right?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Like, I'm not gonna tell you I'm doing $1 million deals over on Instagram.
Yeah.
I gotta keep my wall. And
you move in silence a little bit.
Yeah, so I found that so funny. But yeah, man. So 3 PR releases and 3 keynotes. So I got one of each. 2020 starting off hot. We got this Build Your Empire going.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I hope your boy gets that blue tick.
I mean, we're working. I'll work with you, man. We're doing what we can. You're doing what you can.
You may get your blue tick. If this thing blows up, you're going to get a blue tick.
Give me the blue tick, man. I'll roll with it as well. We're trying to put ourselves out there.
I'll go to the Staten Island woods, get a tick, paint it blue. You got it, kid. You got it. What else is on your mind? What else do you want to accomplish in 2020?
2020. I got a couple things that I'll probably share with you guys a little later on in life. So things that are going on now, I kind of want more than what I have currently, streams of income.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how many do you have? Just one right now?
Well, I have a obviously full-time job, one.
You have 2. I showed you kind of like the stocks.
Well, so the stocks needs to be more invested in. I need to be more focused in attempting to work that market. I
think you're too nervous.
Well,
you're not as risky.
Yeah, well, I guess you need to risk to reward. So
no, I mean so if you're playing stocks at this market, you should probably be putting like 40-50% of your net worth within the market. And I have a feeling you're putting like not even 10.
No, I'm probably putting like 15-20. But not but like not spread out, so like it's probably not doing what it needs to do.
No, well, I mean, and I'll be transparent here. I put, and I didn't do so well. I made about a 9% gain this year. I have $10,000 in the Acorns, which gave me about a $650 payout. I put $45 in Acorns a day, and then I have about $23,000 in Robinhood, which paid me out currently about $2,500.
Yeah, so Robinhood is more of the market that you control, though, right? Acorns, you're putting money in, and they kind of helping you invest.
Acorns is exactly like a 401k.
Yeah.
So when you set up a 401k, you typically put a percentage of your paycheck in your 401k, and then you're going to select whether you want it moderate, aggressive, conservative, super aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, I probably put in like maybe $50 to $100 less than you. I'm putting about $180 a week in it. In
Acorns.
Yeah.
But you should be putting that. What do you have it on? Conservative?
No,
aggressive?
I have it on. It's not conservative. It's like moderately aggressive.
I believe that's what I have it on. So you should be getting the same gains I have, which should be about 6.5%.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy when you think of it, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money gained as opposed to a CD, which is going to pay you out. Last year, it paid you out 2.75%.
Yeah.
Now it's paying out about 2%.
Yeah, and what also helps is that, so this is like another savings as well. So say you have your 401k at work, and now you have the Acorns app, and you're also in the market.
These are different types of revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now, we're creating Build Your Empire here, which we hope one day we create revenue, but while we have fun, then we're looking at real estate, which is another revenue.
So there's money moves in our brains, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, time, execution, and really consistency, commitment.
And capital. You need money.
You need capital for
which is why our employers are awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I love my employer. It's so like funny. Like, I truly love my employer, and I give them a lot of hours.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think I work almost more than all of my friends outside of my buddy who's a cop.
Probably. I mean, yeah. I have a cop buddy as well, and I'd say I can't even see someone working longer than him. It's nuts.
He works 5, 6 hour, 12-hour days.
Yeah.
5, 6 days, 12-hour days.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's willingly doing that. That's overtime. So, like,
some of them don't get the.
Do you count that? I don't know. Well, then all right. Musto is an MTA cop. It's different. He has a canine dog, my BFF. I mean, it's different. Shout out to Frank, you're the man. He's not a regular cop. A regular cop sucks.
I mean, we thank you, but yeah,
100%. We thank you.
The job is definitely grueling and
it's so dangerous. I would not want to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, my 2 brothers are cops.
It seems like it runs in the family.
Not with me. Not with me. Yeah.
Well, you're more of an entrepreneur, man.
I'm a sales guy.
This is the dream.
I just want to bring the value to the listeners.
Absolutely.
To the listeners. I mean,
that's what we're trying to do right now.
We have goals. We have to execute and actually accomplish these goals. Mm-hmm. How dope would it be if we have 5,000 listeners? Even if we have 1,000.
That's amazing.
Oof. What else you got, man?
Another goal?
Yeah.
For 2020.
I mean, it's New Year's Eve.
It is. This is
about
the final
to party.
moments.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a New Year's Eve party. Nothing wild. Consistent with my 2019 goal, which I'll just touch up on quick. With 27, recently single, I was going out, like for, young kids just hanging out. So for 2019, I wanted to really kind of focus more on professional, save money, and I've completely crushed that 2019 goal. I saved more than I have any year in my life. I also make more, so.
Ooh, that's my boy. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. 2019's been good. I mean, everything has its ups and downs, but for that goal, it's been real well.
Well, that's because I don't think you spend more money when outside. When you're with me, you spend the most.
We go out, we do it big, man. We do it big.
I mean, we don't, but...
Not too big.
It's not often, but I mean, hey, we have a mansion with a private yacht going to Costa Rica in a week.
Hopefully, we could bring some type of value from that.
I don't think so, but we'll try. We'll try. It will certainly be fun. We'll try and bring the laptop and record. Definitely not going to bring high quality mics here.
No.
But
we have another thing as well planned.
Yeah, we just booked Montreal, Canada in February. And
yeah.
It's so funny. I told my boy, and I wanted to see his reaction. I was like, "Hey," and my boy's Taha, the mortgage broker who switched over. Love the kid. He's like, "Taha," or I'm like, "Yo, Taha, I'm going to Montreal in February," and his face just like it changed, and I was like, "What's with that face?" He's like, "It's cold."
We spoke about this. It's gonna be like 2 degrees.
It's gonna be 2 degrees, but I felt like that was part of the challenge, man. That's the challenge.
I mean, we're potentially going to a bar made of ice. Who knows how long we can sit down?
Well, that was in Boston. I don't know.
That's right.
I don't know if that's in Montreal, but
that would have been cool though.
But this hotel, I don't want to give a shout out to the hotel because I don't know if it sucks or not. But it looked pretty awesome. It's a 5-star hotel.
Looks sick. We
got a suite, pretty cool. There's a spa in there. I love spas where it's not just you get a massage. You go in there, you relax, and I think they have that. They have spa tubs. For a sales profession, I think 2 things are vital. You have to get a massage once a quarter.
Some type of treatment on your muscles,
You have to do something there, and you have to go away as much as you could.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much like, self-care, even though it may not be. That's definitely self-care. You don't want your body all tense. You get stressed at sales jobs. You get happy. It's definitely grueling on everything.
I bought a posture corrector on Amazon.
I'm not even sure if my posture is great.
I haven't really used it, but I have to start. It gives me like I wouldn't say an insecurity.
The posture?
Like I'm getting aware of it though.
Well, you might you're sitting at a desk often, right?
All day long.
So there's times where you probably are kind of like.
I'm slouched all day long, and then I'm on a bus, and I don't like anyone touching me, so I'm slouched on the bus, and now I'm sitting 12 hours a day. Like, oh man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Massage, spas, it's self-care, absolutely. So that's another thing. If you don't do often in 2020, that's another goal right there. Make sure you treat your body good.
Nobody cares about their body. Nobody. I mean, lately I'm like a little upset because when I was in LA. I felt like I was doing keto for a month and a half. I did get kind of shredded, and after that, it's been tough. I ain't happy with myself right now. Although I ain't a fatty.
Well, I did keto as well, and I saw instant, transformations. But I think if you set such a short-term goal, like let's say a month, 2 months, or even 3 months, once you hit that goal, you feel accomplished. You kind of get off it. You gain. It's all back.
It's all back. It's all back.
It's not like I personally don't think it's the healthiest diet unless you maintain that lifestyle.
Nah. So, but I was like, no bread, no sugar. That sounds like something that's great to maintain.
Yeah.
And then
you realize that the carbs are in absolutely everything.
Yeah, but when I was doing that diet too, I don't know if it's because I was going to LA and then I had a Halloween party in which, I wanted to be fit for. Look, in my head, it happens 2-3 times a year. Something switches where I'm in the gym 5 days a week. I love it. Then another part could switch where I'm in the gym 3 times a week just to barely maintain, and I'm tired all the time. My body aches. I'm just like, F it. And I'm in that state now.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. I mean, once you need like a couple weeks, maybe even a week sometimes works. That switch is on.
You need to step on a scale and realize,
something's up. See, I mean,
this is it.
Yeah, I've been super consistent in 2019. It's probably the hardest I've ever worked for my body, and it's it's really just for health.
And it gets me jealous. But I like to think one of the main reasons you could do that is because you have more time.
I definitely have. I mean, I'm home earlier than you. I'm in later than you, so.
Dude, it's fucking hard for me to get it done.
Yeah.
The fact that I even do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I do go with a buddy though.
Who pushes you?
Shout out to Alex.
Shout out to Alex.
We've been crushing it,
Fuck you. I crushed it with you when I got you back. I'm the reason why you got back to the gym, kid.
Oh, I've been working out since I was 14. We worked out for a long stint though.
You were off for like 5 years, and I was like, you have to sign up to Intox. And you signed.
I was at Planet Fitness before that. And no, it's not the most ideal.
This guy.
You're going to take all the credit. But listen, you were part of the journey.
Thanks, man.
Certainly part of that journey.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take some credit.
But yeah, I'm hoping in 2020 that continues. I'm hoping to reach new plateaus, or like milestones, not plateaus.
From a body perspective?
From just being able to work harder. Not I'm not worried about too much of my image, but like I want to feel great all the time.
See, that's my thing. I need to figure out how to start feeling great.
Yeah, because then essentially you're gonna
do everything.
You'll be on the clock constantly.
I said it last episode. I've said it for a while now. Until I figure out how to go early in the morning, get my shit done, then come home at 7:30, and then we do stuff like this and build our own empire. Literally, we got nothing, man.
This is essentially this could take more time out of gym time, But to be honest,
but it doesn't. That's an excuse.
I was just gonna say
that's an excuse.
Now if you're not gonna go to the gym, you could 1,000% find things to just do around your house, around your neighborhood.
You can do, and the problem is, man. People are not creative, they're not ambitious, and they don't know how to make a plan to strategize.
The plan is probably the biggest thing too, man.
So they just sit there, play video games, drink.
It's funny because I mean I love video games, and it's kind of tough now, man.
Because you realize it's useless.
Yeah, I've been falling off so hard. At first, I was like, all my friends are talking about video games, and you know what? It's just not really my thing anymore. I'm kind of more trying to just build myself, and video games kind of just keeps you where you already are, unless you're streaming, or you're making money somehow.
But here's the thing: if you take all that energy and put it elsewhere. If you go to my website, leavealegacychris.com, probably going to change it to something more along the lines of the podcast. My buddy Sen over in I forgot where Belgium. He lives in Belgium.
Okay.
I sent him a hat. It cost me like $60 to send him the hat, and the Belgium. They searched it. It took them 30 days to give it to him.
Wow.
And he's now a friend of mine, but he started off as a follower, fan, I don't know. But he's a web designer. He's
you gave him value already.
Yeah, he's an 18-year-old. Well, he made me my website.
Yeah, okay.
He is an entrepreneur who invested in an esports team. He has an esports team.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So You never know. We could end up collaborating with him somehow, put money in it, and now we have an esports team, but you're not a video gamer.
Yeah. True.
That's the opportunity.
Absolutely.
That's the opportunity of creating ideas and actually executing them. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, you also need to network. Even a simple conversation could lead to your best investment of 2020.
Oh, man. I was listening to Drake's interview, and he said that. He was like, you know, the best things that happened to me just kind of happened serendipitously.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happened. He's like, something was guiding me.
Yeah.
And it just happens.
I mean, it's probably his ambition, really, his ability to just put himself out there.
Well,
that's
dude,
guiding him.
It's like I was telling someone at work today, the PR release, right? The article that was written about me. Mm-hmm. I laugh at this type of stuff.
Yeah.
I literally laugh because I know none of it really means anything, but there's small steps to something.
Yeah.
And when you see the perception of the public, when you know it's nothing.
Oh, and they see it as something like bigger?
They just see it as you're making moves.
Yeah, you're moving.
You're moving. And I look at it like, all right, I told you earlier, I struck a deal with this kid. I did salesmanship, figured out what the cost was. I helped him out there. Then we bartered and we made a deal. That's the move. That's the work part that no one's seeing.
Absolutely.
And it's so easy to do that looks like you're killing it.
Yeah.
But it's really nothing.
Yeah, I mean, and we were, like you said, we're salesmen. We're blessed with the ability to kind of just talk to people and put yourself out there. Because like we said, never know what's going to come at you. Like that conversation can just lead you to an esports team.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've consulted. Yeah. And I've consulted with named artists.
Yeah, absolutely.
Influencers.
Yeah.
They called me to hear my knowledge, all because I was able to reach them in a way that they saw that made them contact me.
Yeah, because essentially that's what maybe they did in the beginning. They're reaching out, right? They're putting their music out, or they're...
Yeah, and if you can help them with something that's going to help them, no matter who it is, they're going to reach out to you.
Yeah, they'll listen. Well, because everyone wants some type of value from somebody. And,
they want to build their empire.
Yeah, exactly. Amen.
And I want to build my empire. But, see, this is where I think drastically different than everyone else. I understand, and I do everything for free for the most part. Because, one... I get my money. Yeah. I'm a good salesman. I could work for any employer, and I'm going to get paid well, where I don't need to sell you merch and make $8 on the merch, right? So my idea is if I give everything for free, one day it's going to come back.
Well, yeah, because technically so by making that decision, it's like you're really investing in yourself.
Yeah.
You're taking X amount of dollars for you to expose yourself, which essentially one day it has you reaching out to way more people than you do if you're trying to charge a minimum amount to receive a minimal, or you know what I'm saying?
Well, I've noticed a few things, and as you take this journey with me, and I, we're obviously going to go through a journey with this.
Yes.
You're going to learn a lot, and one thing you're going to learn is if someone asks you advice, don't even respond unless you get paid for it.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to take it, and you're wasting your time.
Okay. So you're saying that if they're not paying for the advice.
Yeah.
So essentially they're kind of just asking you for an opinion that they'll just probably throw in the back burner or not even acknowledge. Yeah.
So at that point, you're wasting your time giving them everything you got. And this happened to me over and over. I'd be on the phone with someone for an hour and a half, and I tell them the best shit, and then they don't do shit.
Well, that's interesting then, because now you're getting good free advice. So
because 90% of people don't do shit, bro.
Yeah.
You talk to 9 of your friends, and 5 of them think they're going to create a podcast that's going to be good. Yeah.
So you're thinking people who are paying for advice essentially
are more likely,
more motivated.
Well, now they're paying for it.
Yeah.
So they're more likely to execute on it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And now my time is valuable at this point to give you this advice.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm not going to give it to, I'm tired of giving it to all the time. People are Instagramming me, hey man, how do I start a business? Blah, blah, blah. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, I'm sure you get that question
all
many,
the
many
time.
times. Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
how do I make money? Look, you're born with it or you're not.
As what, to be an entrepreneur? Or to make money?
They're one and the same kind of, but you either know how to make money or you don't. You have to develop a skill. Yes, but people then they can't compute what is a skill set. Well, a skill set is sales, graphic design, videography, copywriting.
Yeah,
those are skill sets. People can't. They're not passionate about those skill sets, so they can't go all in.
Yeah.
And now they're stuck because then they're like, fuck, I need a job, so let me try and be an electrician.
Yeah, essentially. That's how they get stuck at something like that.
They realize that they're paying me, but an electrician sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
But they can't figure nothing out. So, it's a trap.
That's true.
It's a trap.
Yeah, yeah, I see that. Absolutely. I mean, to be honest, if you don't have a skill set, and you can learn to be a salesman, if you don't have the personality,
you can learn. It takes years though.
Yeah, to be comfortable with all the rejection and downsides of it, but the positive from it is
oh my god.
True. It's not even about making money. Now you also have this huge network because you're selling to these people who are coming to you for a service or a product.
I just signed up for a networking event. I don't know if I'm gonna go or not, but I said I will. It's free. It's in downtown Manhattan. It's like an influencer thing.
Downtown Manhattan. I'd say you definitely go to that.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock though.
So
it's on a Wednesday. Yeah, but you never know what happens. I'm tired. I work. I gotta leave work early to go. But I saw they have like a panel. The CEOs of a couple of businesses. Then one of the panels was an influencer who has like 80,000 followers, and it's like a girl who just takes photos. And now I'm checking out her page, and I'm like, damn, this is essentially me. Like, really, if I take photos like her and put them, I'm gonna get the same engagement, which is incredible. I cannot thank all my followers enough. A lot of them could be listening to me right now because they just find my material authentic.
Absolutely.
But then in my head, I'm like, wait a second. And I'm competitive. I'm like, yo, I'm totally better than this girl. How do I get on the panel?
That's great.
That's the goal.
Like that.
That's the goal, to get on the panel.
That's fantastic.
I want to get on the panel.
I mean, if she's on there, how'd she get on there?
She probably just reached out like I would.
There you go.
And then you get it.
So then you already have a starting move.
Yeah, but the starting move, though, is to go and then ask her literally how you did it.
Okay, so now you're telling me what needs to happen. If you don't go, we're going to talk about it on the episode after, and we'll be upset about it.
I guess you're right. Or I could put you on the spot and say, come with me. Now you don't like it.
For the record, I don't work in Manhattan.
All right, that's understandable. But he barely has ever had his job anyway. He probably got the day off. Come on, man. Come on.
I mean, it sounds like a very valuable thing to go to.
Yeah. Well, because I started looking up again. I'm like, yo, I got to get these speeches down. I got to go to conferences. I got to get more involved. And now it brings the caveat that we spoke about last week off the record. It's like, man, I don't know if we're finding a woman this year.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yo,
I mean, listen,
you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
It's not... Personally, my goal for 2020 is not looking for love. Like, that's not...
No. But you never know when that happens.
Yeah, you may want it, but it's not like, I'm stretching, reaching.
Yeah, but the problem is you can't give up on the dreams that you have currently to potentially have that dream.
100%. That's why it's not. That's why it's not the dream. I mean, it's a goal eventually, and if it happens earlier than I'm thinking, it's not a bad thing. But right now, I'm focusing on myself. We're focusing up right now on this. You have many, many things going on. We're trying to reach big levels.
Well, another one of my goals, I have about 5 or 6, and I was going to segue into it because it was a good segue, and that's to visit 4 countries.
That's a great goal. Traveling is...
4 countries.
That creates opportunity in itself.
100%. But what's funny is we're banging out 2 by the time month 3 comes.
I was to be honest, when I thought of this year, I also was like, if it was plausible for me, I wish we could go to a new place every single month of the year.
I would easily do that.
Yeah,
What you doing in March, kid?
That's potentially a goal that we'll speak about later on.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, that would be the ultimate goal to do.
I mean, it's funny, I have those free rooms. I noticed. So, ladies and gentlemen who are listening right now, I leverage my credit cards to get a bunch of free stuff. So I have literally free flights. I have free rooms almost anywhere in the world, and I will make a video on how you do that as well. Stay tuned. Anyway, so I was looking at like a hotel where, all right, so the Hyatt, if you stay at 5 different, and that's the credit card I have, ladies and gentlemen, the Hyatt card. So if you stay at 5 different Hyatts, you get 1 night free.
Okay.
You also get 1 night free once a year.
Okay.
I have 1 night free already from an anniversary year gift.
For the year.
But it expires May 2020.
Okay.
So now I have to use it. Now, ideally, I would want to use that room in a Hyatt that I never stayed before because I have 3 that I've stayed at. So that would be 4, which means I need 1 more to maximize.
Oh, the 5th different Hyatt.
Yeah.
You get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I need to stay at a Hyatt that's a 4th different one. Now, when I stay at a Hyatt, you could stay at a real shitty Hyatt, or you can stay at a real nice Hyatt, depending where you are.
Yeah. I've been with you on a couple of those Hyatt journeys.
The New Orleans Hyatt was a great one.
Yeah, beautiful hotel.
So now I have to figure it out. So I put in the filter of the Hyatts in which I could stay at. Okay. Now I want a Hyatt that has a pool, like a hot tub, a spa, like a nice one.
Yeah.
Literally only 4 in the U.S. are available.
Wow. That
would help me kind of strategically do what I'm doing here. But one of them is San Diego. And let me tell you, the Hyatt in San Diego looks so freaking beautiful that if nobody comes with me,
you're just booking solo.
I may have to book solo. It's so...
There's nothing wrong with a solo trip, but, you
never know. Yeah. You never know.
I still haven't been to Cali, man.
Well, we were supposed to go to Cali. I don't know what happened there. You didn't want to.
Well, things come up.
I don't know. We're going to Canada instead. We're on the same dates. We could have just went to Cali. No, I don't get it.
It's not the same date, but
we could have just went to Cali. So I'm showing Frank G right now the Hyatt in San Diego, just to so he can see what it looks like.
He wants me to come with him.
You're more than welcome to. You just saw that little clip and you're like, wow.
I was just gonna say this.
That's it.
That's the most fun anyone's ever had jumping in that pool.
It's over the water. It's an absolutely beautiful hotel.
I can imagine.
It's unreal, and I have to use that room before
May 20th.
Essentially,
May 2020.
May 2020. So we're going to Costa Rica. Again, private yacht mansion with a pool. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
Good getaway.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. We're going there, and then a month later, we're going to Montreal in the cold. I gotta buy a jacket.
What kind of jacket are you looking for? You need one of those.
I need a Canada Goose
to go to
jacket.
Canada.
Yeah, I need something because it's a problem there.
Yeah, 2 degrees or something like.
And
crazy.
now I got to figure out. I may take March off, but now I got to figure out.
March trip wise, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have no friends that are gonna go with me now. No one goes. You're my boy. I don't talk to many people. I'm to myself. I hustle. I work.
Circle gets smaller as you get older.
Yeah, you know what's funny? This New Year's Eve, I'm probably gonna be home, passed out by midnight, which is interesting because usually my New Year's Eve is popping every single year, right?
Last year you were with me.
I was with you. We have video of that.
Yeah.
2 years ago, though, I was by myself.
Yep.
And at the same time, it was like a low point for me right there. It was sad because normally my New Year's Eve is popping.
Full of friends, good times.
Good, yeah, I have a bunch of plans. People always hit me up, do this. I don't talk to anyone really, so I didn't get hit up. Makes sense. So I was at the bar 2017, New Year's Eve, talk of the town. Dingy old bar.
Dive bar for sure.
I ordered a shot of Jaeger and a beer. Maybe had another shot of Jaeger. It was maybe about 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
At that very moment, the vision of legacy came to me. Like, I've never seen a... So you know me now for a while, since fucking 18. At 20 years old, I started creating business plans. I must have created eight to 10. I created 8 to 10 plans.
Mm-hmm.
I executed on one of them. Yeah. Which is legacy, which I like to think Build Your Empire is still a form of legacy.
Of course. You have influences that we're trying to reach out to, who you're influencing.
That night, it was the vision and the path, and I began.
So essentially your best New Year's you've ever had then. Maybe a low point, but...
Yes.
The best New Year's Eve you've ever had.
It's actually the most memorable.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But isn't that funny how that works? And now this New Year's Eve, look what we're doing here.
Yeah.
And I told you I'm an introvert, so I don't really even actually care.
Yeah, I almost didn't do anything tonight, to be honest.
Well, where are you even going?
I'm going to the same place we were at last year.
Oh, yeah, that's a party right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, that is one hell of a time in the sense that, well, I'm talking about 2017.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, that's the journey right there. That's the starting line.
I don't know, man. That was a crazy New Year's Eve. It was so sad. Well, but then when you look at it, it was like,
It was a bright light. The past, you might have thought was sad in that moment, but that was the bright light that you had. That's for certainly a good moment.
I'm telling you, if we pop off in 5, 10 years, 20 years, whatever it is, and when they ask me, how did it all start? And I wrote a book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember.
Which is another hilarious feat.
Yeah.
I tell people at work, like, people have bought that. Like, Amazon tries giving me royalties.
Well, isn't it like on there for 99 cents or something?
Yeah, it's on Kindle Amazon. It's called Formulas of the Journey.
Yeah, I bet some people were trying to sell their first book that they're not really even trying to promote for like $10, $15, and no one's going to buy it.
No one's going to buy it. Yeah. And I even say right in the description, this book is free. Just contact me. I'll give it to you for free.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I just wanted to kind of be published there.
Yeah.
Right? And in the book, I talk about this story all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it would be amazing to see it unfold one day. Oh, like, how did this all start? And how did it started was I was at a bar depressed on a New Year's Eve. And I literally ran home. Started the Instagram. Got banned from that Instagram page. Started a new one.
Yeah. I was still kind of part of that journey in the beginning too.
You were part of all of it. I said in the last episode here, I had video.
And we've tried this, different ideas multiple times.
Yeah.
Crazy. I remember that first Instagram page, man. That was, you were passionate from the jump, man. This is why this is now 100K followers for yourself later, attempting this podcast that we hope we bring value to these people. One day we'll just call them family. We love them so much because we have a passion doing this.
That's the goal, man. I mean, the goal is to build an audience to rock with us and continue to rock with us. And, the more we progress and the more the audience sees that we progress, that's what I started. I wanted to showcase the journey, which proves that you can be self-made.
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of people don't,
They don't believe that could happen.
Yeah.
And that's why me and Papa we're not friends like.
But it's crazy the successful people in the world that people are aware of, like, the Kevin Harts or the other comedians or the other actors, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. They believe in it and it's proof. But like if maybe we do it, then they'll be like, wow, this is true because they're from where we're from. But everyone struggled just like, us and everyone else.
You just got to do it. You got to execute.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you know what? 2020 is the execution year as well. It's been the last two. It really should be your entire life, but we're just going to keep executing consistency.
Yeah, but all we have to do is hang out and talk about valuable stuff that could be entertaining. It either has to be entertaining or educational for anyone to listen to.
Yeah, essentially. which is what we're trying to provide. So,
yeah, we'll get better at it. We just want to talk about our goals 2020, episode 2. Episode 1, we spoke about who influences us to, I guess, in a way, kind of created these goals.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I'm a strong believer in who you listen to and watch is who you, in a way, imitate subconsciously.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're interested. This could relate to someone else, and that could be why they eventually start watching us. So let's hope, we can inspire.
That's the goal, man. Inspire and, just get people rocking with us on our journey as we build this empire. It's been an awesome New Year's Eve episode here.
Yes.
I'm glad I was able to drink a little bit of Ciroc. This is going to be my New Year's Eve. I'm going to kick it. I'm going to strategize and do what I do. You're going to do what you do. You're going to look fly.
My man.
Yeah, you work at Ferragamo over there.
Yeah,
you always typically looking a little fly. I got you, son. I got you. But do you got anything else to say before we end this one?
I mean, I just want everyone to know 2020 is going to be great. Build Your Empire is going to be great, and we will appreciate all of you when you're rocking with us. And this is going to be one hell of a journey.
It's definitely going to be a journey for sure, and we are going to be building brick by brick, and it's only a matter of time before we got that mansion. Until then, we got Costa Rica, we got Montreal. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm trying to go to Europe. You let me know. We're going to keep, the public informed.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. But for now, we're going to have fun. We're going to have our glasses, kind of tap. We're going to drink that Ciroc. Ciroc, if you want to, sponsor me, I'm here. Sorry, man. I had to,
That's
do
all
that.
right. That's
Yo,
all right, brother.
I'm a Ciroc boy.
Ciroc boy for life. I got you.
But look, if you're listening now, and if you heard my voice, and if you heard Frank G's voice up until this point, we can't thank you enough. All I know is if you haven't heard this voice, you may hear this voice in 3 years when you come back to episode 2 when we did a New Year's Eve episode. In fact, we may do this now every year. Who the fuck knows?
Yes, sir.
Who the fuck knows?
Great tradition.
Hey, Frank, man, you the man, and our listeners. Well, I always say if there is no them, there is no us. So
absolutely,
we got to thank y'all.
We appreciate you.
And yeah, definitely check out Instagram, Build Your Empire. We're working on getting on iTunes, of course, Spotify. You can catch us on SoundCloud. You can check my Instagram right now. It's the only thing popping. Leave a Legacy Chris, where you'll find all this information. Frank G, we're gonna have to get you up and running. But if you're listening right now, again, without you, there is no us. So we appreciate you. Build Your Empire. We outie. Say we outie, Frank. We outie.
We outie.
We outie.